Hi everyone, Canoopsy here.
My name is Isaac, also known as Canoopsy on YouTube. I make technology videos, I do graphic design, I do drawing, I do photography, I do a whole bunch of stuff, and I like taking photos. I was born in Hamilton, Ontario, moved to Oakville for college, and then moved to Toronto for university here at OCADU, and I love the city. It inspires all the work I do. There's so many cool things to see, and I love it here. So my first real exposure to photography was when I was, 7 or 8. I got a little tiny Kodak digital camera thing, and I was never the best at photography. I was like 7 years old, but it was kind of the first real experience I had with the camera. I shot videos on the thing. It only shot like a minute's worth of video and like 23 photos or something like that, because that's just how it was at the time. But it was a good first exposure to photography. It got me really interested in things, and from there I started my YouTube channel, and photography and video has been a huge part of my life ever since. I take a lot of street photography, a lot of city photography. I do a lot of product photography as well, some food shots here and there, a whole mix of stuff. And I mostly shoot actually with my phone because I prefer the portability of it. I can put it in my pocket. It's not too heavy, easy to bring around, different lenses. I mean, that's kind of what I use. I've gone through plenty of cameras over the last few years, from little digital point and shoots to the Canon T5i, I believe, T4i, then to the 80D, then the 90D for the 4K recording. There's been a lot of cameras part of my life. Photography and video and cameras are what I do on a daily basis. I'm always using a camera of some sort, and let's take some photos. Today's a very cold day. It is 0 degrees out. I'm very cold. I should have worn a thicker coat. This is a very thin coat. But you know what? Anything for the shot, right? You know, we're trying to make some art today, take some photos, and I will freeze, I will get sick for the shot. Anything for the shot, as they say. So we're shooting with the iPhone 12 Pro Max today. This is a heavy, thick phone, but not as heavy and such a pain to carry as like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. This thing it fits in my pocket, it fits in a small bag, fits in my coat, and like, it's crazy good. The image quality coming out of this phone is excellent. The HDR performance, fantastic. The colors, the contrast, the sharpness, this thing is sick. And like, the video quality is so good on this thing too. This little tiny phone, which is quite big of a phone actually, but it's pretty small in the grand scheme of things, can do so much. And you know, the 3 different lenses, the main camera, ultra wide, telephoto, it's so versatile. Never spent like days and nights in this building before. Never. Only good memories in this building. I like to take photos just around the city, mostly in the downtown core. I like to film out in the west side, east side as well. There's always stuff to see around Toronto. Like every corner of the city, there's something to take pictures of, no matter where I am. One thing interesting about Toronto is that you have buildings like this, then you have buildings that are super, you know, futuristic and modern. It's like a perfect mix of like classic architecture mixed with futuristic hyper modernism. It's pretty sick, I think, at least. Okay, call me basic. You can call me basic all you want, but the CN Tower is pretty sick. Like, just look at it. Like, you gotta take a photo. I've lived here for 2 years, and I still stop and take photos of it. That's how you know it's cool. Subway station, and we're going to stop for a second. I'm going to talk about subway stations in general. For some reason, I am such a huge fan of the architecture and interior design of Toronto's subway stations. Call it the bathroom aesthetic, call it like a weird mix of different design choices. I love it. I don't know what it is about the subway system. Maybe it's just the fact that you're going so fast underground. Maybe it's the fact that every station is different. There's like cool architecture like this. I don't know what it is, but it's such a sick concept. Take photos of the subway station. And personally, I want to make like a whole book one day about the Toronto subway system, like a whole bunch of photos, like a coffee table book. It could be pretty sweet. One of my favorite subway stations is DuPont Station. Like, there's these huge domes with like yellow like framework, and then downstairs it's like this really weird caveman like aesthetic. It is so strange, but I think it's really cool. Simple as these buildings against the sky is something I'm interested in photography. Like, I'm a minimalist in many capacities, and if I can represent, you know, my ideals of minimalism and simplicity in my shots, I will do my best to do that. So I'm someone who's a really big fan of showcasing color in all my work, so I try to find things that are colorful, things that stand out, things that are kind of unique, as well as just very unique architecture as well. If you were to ask me who my favorite photographer is, I probably wouldn't have an answer for you right away, if ever. Like, I know some pretty cool people who take great photos from either school or business, but like, I don't have one person that I look up to for all my photographic inspiration. I mean, a lot of my inspiration comes from movies and from illustrators and like TV shows and stuff. That's where I draw a lot of my inspiration from as a creator, and that translates into my photography in many ways. Like, for example, Wes Anderson, he's all about symmetry and pastel colors and minimalism, and for me, I draw a lot of inspiration from his work and put it into my own work in some capacity. So that's kind of the closest to a photographer inspiration that I have. Why photography? It's something that everybody can partake in. It's one of the art forms that pretty much everybody has access to. Everybody has a phone, everybody has some sort of camera on them, and the fact that people can just pull out their phone, take a sick shot, post it, and have people around the world see it, I think that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Whether it be on a phone, on a DSLR, on a mirrorless camera, on like a GoPro, photography transcends the device, and it's all about what you're showing to people. That's why I take shots, to show people cool things in the city. Photography is a way to express yourself, a way to share, where you are in the world, share your world with other people. It is just really a beautiful, beautiful thing. No matter what device you're using to take these shots, it's a wonderful thing. I use photography as a creative expression. I will continue to use photography as a creator to express my ideas, emotions, and, share my world with others. And that's why I like photography. Thank you all for watching. Peace.